for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize, it's really time.
Yeah.
Thomas Jackson.
Yeah. Bounce. Yeah.
Welcome back, guys. We're going to be going into our second best of 3 of today, and with Log winning their second matchup, if we now see Gatekeepers do the same, we could pretty much have this group wrapped up. Either way, I can briefly bring up the maps for you. Just going to be showing you what's going to be coming up over this series, starting off with Nuke, going on to Mirage, and then finishing off on Train. Now, we actually got to see these teams in ESEA a couple of days ago play on this map, and it went to overtime, so definitely not a surefire win for Team Spirit as of yet, and it seems to be the case with a lot of their victories recently. It's not been comfortable. They've been having a lot of sort of close matches, the ones that they win, and a lot of the time, they actually get dominated when they lose, so I'm not feeling too confident in this roster at the moment. I'm a little bit skeptical as if they'll be able to take the series, but we'll have to wait and see. Hello, Zeskri and Madpucks. As well, yesterday, the only real surprising thing that we've seen so far from Gatekeepers was the fact that they actually lost their map choice of Mirage, which, well, since I've seen them play, at least they've been very consistent at winning it, but they got almost dominated by the French side of Maxi Saucisse, and maybe there is a weakness there. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think Spirit are a bad team. I think a lot of this comes off the back of Davkos not really having too much of an impactful performance recently. He was very... well, he basically stepped up across all of the matches. Probably actually going to be able to win this knife round, which is actually quite important. Like, in most matches, or maps, it makes absolutely no difference. But a nuke starting on the CT side is massive, so for Spirit to throw that away... normally it wouldn't matter. Like, I wouldn't care. I'd just be looking at it going, oh, well, you play both sides anyway. But if Gatekeepers can get off to a strong start on their CT side, who knows? Of course, we saw Brolin playing yesterday within this roster, and actually was arguably the best player they had. I'd say he probably was the best player over on Gatekeepers, so... definitely a nice little addition. I don't know if it's permanent. On the roster sheet, you still see Zende actually listed as one of the players on this team, so... I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Got a little bit of a utility onto Davkos. Safe, going to be holding onto that kit. Vent drop will come in, but nice start from Robin. He'll be able to find the first and do a lot of damage onto the second. Coldy with the wraparound. He was the one sort of glimmer of hope that we saw from this T-side team. Bomb is going to be down, though. So the T's can at least play after plant positions. They've got players all over the map. Brolin with a nice pre-fire. Able to get himself one. And another comes in for safe. And now Starrick's the last man left alive. Trying to deny the defusal, but it's not going to happen again. Brolin starts off with a wonderful pistol round. And that will go the way of Gatekeepers. So, strong start. Sort of what you need over on that CT side. You want to get yourself rolling as soon as possible. Bottom down for the T's, though, isn't the worst case scenario. It means they'll get that early buy, which could be big going forward. Now, it's still quite a CT-sided map. I look towards a sort of 10-5 scoreline as sort of a standard. T's in this round, they're just hoping for another bomb plant. That's the big thing here. Make themselves a little bit of extra money. You can see Something's just going to be waiting. Try and push down that vent again, but unfortunately this time Benji is going to be waiting for him. Flawless round from the CT side, so they've made some extra cash, which could prove crucial going into the next couple of rounds. Because you have to remember, now AKs come in. If they lose this one, they are going to be in a little bit of trouble. But as said, the extra money they've made will be a big deal. East side, smoke on every single player, so potentially going to try and challenge for outer control and have themselves that smoke wall, which we've seen pretty much since Nuke the original came out. Smoke wall's been a big part of this map. Push is going to be going down into secret. Now the lurk going to be in for Sophic as he tries to get towards this vent once again. He will actually make it. And they should know he's there. Robin, there's no doubt that he would have heard that. But this allows a lot of map control. Davkos. Trying to find an opening. Nobody died yet as the bomb looks to go down. Benji going to jump onto the head. And actually it will just end up with a trade. As Sophic is able to find the first. Brolin with the nade, trying to do some extra damage. Going to pop flash himself in, but hasn't spotted anyone yet. Davkos will see him as he jumps down. And will even find himself a kill as well. Already leaving this into a bit of a detrimental position for the CT side. Got a lot of players to find and just not able to do it whatsoever. Robin, the last one left alive. Every kill here will be beneficial to him. The RX spray is wild, but eventually it will be enough to kill off the Swede. So, 2-1. As said, T-side ARG, or CT side are going to be able to buy back into this one. They've got a chance to reset their opponents. AWP going to be dropped as well. Bobski going to be holding it in this situation, which is interesting because we do see Benji pick up the AWP most of the time. So it could be down to position, wanting to try and challenge for outside. Actually going to be playing quite far back, so it's still possible that the T's just go for that same smoke setup. And the problem is that means that this sort of AWP position is completely worthless. However, Robin is now going to be in position to just stop them being able to push in. He will actually almost get caught with a nade in hand, and twice. It will be Brolin to actually start things off as they look to push into the A site. Safe has got another one. AWP going to be rotating around to try and take a little bit more control over towards ramp. Starix gets one, looks for a second, but it's still going to be traded into a 3v2 situation. As Cody now plants the bomb. There's still a little bit of utility. Smoke could be going in onto the bomb. Nice position from Benji as well. We'll be able to catch one of the remaining Ts and leave Davkos left alone. Oh, he knows there's a player below him. The problem is he doesn't know where anybody else is. Will spot one on safe, but that is a miss spray. Mistakes were made. And, well, now they're going to have that sort of sketchy situation of, okay, will we have enough to buy? And for three of the players, well, two arguably, the answer is yes. For the rest of the team, you wonder if they're actually going to go for this, and they will. So, Dima already buying up an AK. Cody's bought a smoke, so we're going to have some Tech 9s in play. Davkos, I imagine, will go for another rifle, just so they have a little bit extra. They're still just going to be weak going into this one. However, you have to look at the CT money as well. They don't have a whole lot themselves. Safe going to be on the site. Needs to do more than one. He gets himself a couple. Robin going to go down in the meantime. And Safe with an awful lot to do. Finds himself a third kill. I think that's going to be all. And that leaves Brolin now in a 1 versus 2 clutch. The Tech 9s, alongside the rifle, have done a lot of damage. Davkos with 2 kills as well. Brolin going to be pushing back in. He has a kit incendiary as well. Bomb's going to be planted. Can't quite spot out Davkos. Molotov going to go down, but he's going to be caught with an aid in hand. Traded straight back. Player actually dropped from the server as well. Hello, washing machine. Heck, pause. Already, decent start for Team Spirit over on that T side. It may only seem like a couple of rounds in, but the likelihood is the CTs can't really go for an investment in this next one. 1900 will give them rifles in the next round, so it's not really worth over-facing in this situation and risking throwing away multiple rounds. How's your day today? I'm liking today. I bought myself the sort of the mortar. What is it called? I keep forgetting the name. I'm actually gonna go check. It is Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor. I bought that and I was playing it earlier and it's actually a lot of fun. Hey, Lazy Dizzy. Good morning. Where are you from, Lazy? Who's a better team? At the moment, it looks like Gatekeepers. Not in this match, but just from their recent form. from the Philippines, but in Vegas. You're in Vegas and you're watching CS. I can tell you now, like, unless I'm casting CS sometime in Vegas, which I doubt will happen, I don't think I'd be watching CS, I'll be honest. CT side with a bit of a weak buy, Robin. I actually saw him get a Zeus kill, I think it was yesterday, while playing some UK CS. Last time they played Nuke, it was, I think, 19-16 in favor of Team Spirit, so very close matchup, but they may have looked to rectify the mistakes. This has been one of their better maps. A lot of the time, though, I feel like teams that are particularly good on Nuke, a lot of the time they're prying on the weakness of other teams on this map. Coldy, he's playing that lurker role outside, and the T's are clearing every single spot. Robin, she's going to be around that bomb, a little bit ambitious. Doesn't have a kit. Isn't the Zeus recharge only in like the can it actually no, I can't recharge in competitive play, can it? I thought that was only in the like special games thing. Is Starix in game leader? Yes, he is. Bobski will fall. Only one player dropped as well for the T side, so a decent amount of money made up. And now, well, the buy is going to be coming in. Yeah, I was about to say, I think that's only in that sort of the weird game, the co-op missions thing, right? But they've added the recharge, and that's because otherwise that Zeus mission would be impossible. That Zeus mission on, I think it's on train, that was so difficult. If people haven't played the co-op missions, you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, but if you have, then you will. Flat rifles this round for the CT side. Not able to overly invest. They just don't have the cash. The utility is going to be weak. Smoke's gone outside once again, which leaves Bobski completely isolated outside. Just basically watching the rafters at this situation to make sure nobody can creep up on one of his teammates. Yeah, I think Gatekeepers have definitely got some potential. Just need to be a bit more polite to the admins. And then I'll be a bit more on board. Dima, gonna start things off, gets the first kill on the outside. Bobski, as said, isolated out. Trade will be in from Brawlin. Okay, Stark's playing better. Oh, well, he's 8-3 at the moment, leading the charge for his team. Although, a lot of the time, you're supposed to be cutting him a little bit of slack. Interesting nade from Coldy. Being cleared up at the moment. Kills all across the board. Safe. Last one left alive, and he does a lot of damage, but he's going to get taken down as well. 4 rounds already for the T side, looking strong. We've already seen Gatekeepers slip yesterday on Mirage, so maybe this is a chance. As said, if Team Spirit lose this game, they're out of the cup, pretty much. Well, no, not pretty much. I think they are out. Because it would be Log, who are already 2-0, and then Gatekeepers would be 2-0 as well, so they need to win this game if they want to survive. And if they do win this game, it'll make things very interesting going forward. Because it means that if Log then beat Gatekeepers, maybe able to knock them out of the cup itself. But, long way to go for that. Starix starts things off. Aim looking on point today. Dotfic just waiting patiently for aggression as well. Not actually a huge amount invested in, considering the CT still get an extra 2,900 going into the next round. Safe has been spotted. Benji making a bit of noise as well, and well, flawless stuff out from the T side. And well, 5 rounds already. Got to be feeling pretty confident. Not much of a chance for an AWP unless it's glass cannon as well, so you start with a pistol. I think the scout one took me a little while. because there was always just a point where one of the bots would run out with an auto sniper and pop my head instantly. Other than that, I didn't really find any of them too difficult. Did a few of them with Mr. Hugo Byron. Benji starts things off. They've got the first pick for the first time in a while. Gonna be on to Dima. Topfit gonna be clearing angles. Starrick's already taking a lot of damage. My outside position, and I think maybe going down as well. Bobski perfectly positioned to find that kill. Davkos, though, will be able to trade one back. Still leaving it into a 3 versus 2, but Safe's elevated position is going to make things very difficult. He already gets himself one. Rotation back from Davkos as he tries to retrieve the bomb. He's still got a minute left. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. XD Jacket. Or is it XDJ Acket? Thank you, Humble. I heard there was a song written about you. Yeah, no, I was doing the wingman thing. I played that yesterday. I'm pretty sure I lost. Yeah, I realized after you said the second thing. Davkos tries his best, but he can't do anything in this situation. Please don't mention the song. But he does get the bomb down, so this could be a nice little boost to Team Spirit's economy. Only 2 players surviving for the T side. We'll make things... Oh, CT side, sorry. We'll make things a little bit more difficult in terms of their investment. And if they lose this round, they're going to be reset back. So this is where the Swedes need to start getting a streak. And I don't mean running around in the nude. They need to get themselves some rounds in a row. Peek out straight away, and Davkos has started things off. Now, we've seen Little actually blow that door up to make sure that it's a lot easier to get that pick. T-side don't seem to need it. Already finding themselves 2 entry kills. Make that 3. Number 4, not quite going to come out, although Davkos does hit the shot. A little bit hard done by not to get that kill. And now, well, Brolin, young Swede, going to get absolutely wrecked. Thank you, Vikas. Orp will be back over onto Davkos. As said, the money's going to be wrecked now for Gatekeepers. 6 rounds already for Team Spirit. Already getting more than what I would consider enough to actually win on the CT side, but I feel like they're going to get more than this already. They win this round, and it's likely they'll be able to get at least to 8 or 9. They're going to be taking that outside control. Some aggression going to be attempted to come in from the CT side, but Sophic just going to fall back. Yeah, Jacket, that's not really saying very much. I think you know that as well. Davkos with a second. He knows where all of these CT players have gone now. It's going to be ruining their day. Holdy up above. Himself a free B kill as well. And Gatekeepers, I'm not sure this is the map they wanted to be playing. Much more tactical based map, heavy rotations. Definitely not beneficial for a team that normally seems to get by on just raw individual skill. Each to their own, Gourlays, each to their own. Benji. Looking to try and find something around that outside. We'll be able to flank in on a couple of players. The problem is, even if he gets traded, oh, he's going to be caught on the ladder. That's just bad timing. Brolin now knows that his position is compromised, so we'll move himself back around. I don't know if he's going to be... Well, the thing is, it depends what you call banter. Like, it was a mix between banter and salt, I feel. So it may be coming soon. Although I feel like he knew the French guys a little bit better, so it could have been that rather than Team Spirit, who I don't know. I think they'll just be a little bit more quiet in this game. I hope so. Dima. Me finding himself the first kill already. Again, it's just going to be pistols, and this is so problematic now for Gatekeepers. Already looking for round number 8 on the Team Spirit side. Davkos, while falling, manages to get himself one. A little bit of damage done onto Coldy and Sotfik. Starix has been on point this game. 14-4. Team Spirit. Not even going to have to come up against the 4 by this round either. Small investment. How do you get some skins? You have to pray the 3-headed demon dog from Harry Potter. Hope for a little bit of luck. Aggressive push going to be coming out straight away from Dima. He doesn't mess about. Headshot goes his way. Bobsky looking to trade back and will actually be able to do it. So they have a man advantage now. Coldy looking to try and return, but Robin from outside will be able to hold on to one. And Davkos barely even has to move. Davkos and Starix. 2 at the top of the board at the moment for their team. Looking to try and bring things back. Are there no penguins in Great Britain? Probably are in a zoo. Starix still looking to try and sneak back around. They've got 40 seconds to play with. He will catch one in the form of Robin as well. Another one for Davkos. Mr. Bastion just sitting there as a turret. Brolin going to be running straight in, trying to deny this plant. Naturally, he will be able to find both. Starix needed to tell his teammate or at least stop the player running through instead. Going to be 8-5. However, the big problem now is the reset can come in going into that last round. Even now, Gatekeepers still don't have a particularly good buy. A FAMAS, a UMP with nades, glass cannon AWP. Nice start from Robin, though. He will be able to find the first. Davkos going to go down. Now, if they can get this back to 8-7, win the pistol, then maybe they have a chance. Still a long, long way back from this point onwards. Molotov going to go out. Robin looking for his second, but actually Starix still hitting heads. The tap machine. Been doing work so far. Bobsky gets one back, though, and this should be an AK into his hand, so a big upgrade. They've had a very good T side already. Bobsky looking to try and rotate back in towards this A site now. At the moment, he's looked like they're trying to pincer over towards B, although this heaven position is actually going to hand Coldy a kill. I think this will leave CT side a little bit skeptical as where to go, and this is smart. They're just playing patient as the CTs try to find positions over the map. Molotov going to go out. Bobsky in the corner will go down as well, and they've just been picked apart by this play from up above, leaving one man left. Brolin, he's on the wrong site. It's going to be a very difficult retake, if even possible, and I wonder if it's actually worth him just saving the rifle. And this is definitely something, like, for him being at the bottom, it's not too surprising. To try and slot into a team as a stand-in on a map like Nuke is very difficult. A lot of the time, it's just take this position and see what you can do. Rotations are going to be much more difficult, supporting your teammates as well. And I think it's evident at the moment that they are just being picked apart by the T-side prowess. Now, as said, Brolin just going to look to try and save his rifle. Sophic, however, doesn't really like that idea. He will be able to take one down, but there is the straight-up dunk. Coldy from afar. That's more than a three-pointer. That's going to leave them 9 and 5. So, best case scenario is a 9-6 for Gatekeepers, and they're going to have to do it with pistols. May see a little bit more aggression for them in this round. Do you play for a team? No, I do not. I'm not, like... My aim sucks. That's the big thing. I think otherwise, like... I might be able to, if I could aim. But I feel like that's a big part of CS. How you doing? I am good, thanks. Blue sky brings tears. How are you? Full court shot. There you go. Davkos, patience once again. He's going to clean up too. Safe. Now looking to try and push back in. We'll be able to take the AWP and actually retrieve it as well. That could make things interesting. Unfortunately, they've been surrounded. Brolin, the man over towards ramp. Gonna be the last one left alive. What kind of pie? The answer's yes either way. But I want to know what kind of pie you were thinking of. Because in your head, you either had savory or sweet. Coldy will finish things off. A dominant T side coming out for Team Spirit. 10 rounds, in fact. Yeah, no, apple pie is lovely. I knew somebody would say it. I was waiting, Mad Pucks. I was waiting. Redesigned. Well, I don't like playing Inferno, but I don't think they're going to redo that one again. Maybe Cash, but I don't know. I don't really know. The thing is, I don't normally notice a lot of the big problems with maps until somebody redesigns it and makes it better. And a lot of the time, they redesign a map and make it worse. So I would say Cash, but we'll see. I don't know what they're going to take out. It'll probably be a map that I like. They'll probably take Train out again. CT side starting very strongly, though. Already 2 picks. Nade is so well timed. Already going to find some extra damage. Sophic looking to try and finish this here and now. Bobski will be able to tap one down. Looks for a second, but the flank is already in. Coldy is whiffing a few shots, but he's got so much time to spare. Sound does an apple pie make? I don't know. Hey, if they want to bring Aztec back into the pool, I am down. Thing is though, like you say about leaving Mirage is so static now, like in terms of the plays you see. Like there's a few smokes every once in a while, like when Carrigan was throwing smokes over to A from B, but everybody knows that now. Yeah, I think Dust 2 will come back at some point. Holding. Waiting, he finds himself a couple. It's already enough. The rifle will be picked up, but now Bobski is all that remains, and Davkos will flank in, retrieve the rifle as well. That will be 12 to 5. T-side looking out of this already. The thing is, I don't know what I would change to any of the maps. That's the big thing. MP9 into Davkos, the moneymaker. Already though, Coldy! Hello! Spray down. Support from Starix will be there as he finds 2 as well. Starix trying to find himself a better pistol, but there really aren't that many to be had. No money made. Only 1 player lost. Well, actually 2 players lost in this half. Actually, yeah, Cobble's a shout. There's a lot of things that need to be changed. Casting is my full-time job, and yes, you can make enough money to live off it. The problem is it's a big risk, because you can quite easily just never get work ever again. Right? It's risky, but I think it's worth it. The way I look at it is if this ends, then I'll get a real job, like quote-unquote real job, but until then, no reason. And Yeah, I make enough. Don't worry, guys. I'm not starving. AWP outside. Davkos finds the kill onto Robin. Already denies him any chance in this round, and Sophics going to be finding another. Eventually, he gets traded out. Nade. Oh, is this going to finish off anyone? It does. Davkos finds another and almost through the smoke. I will support you to the end. Hope the end isn't soon. It may be for Gatekeepers on this map, though. Get a job, mate. The second one, I agree with you, Ravager. Second one, I agree. I've got a job, though. I don't need a job. Sitting at home and showering at video games. What more do I want? The room about replacing all the maps. Yeah, alright. Valve don't have the effort. They would never do that. Davkos, you're gonna have to finish things off. Thank you, Jetski. I think a lot of the time, I think I need to work on my hype quite a bit before I could do a major. Although I would quite like to cast something big with like Harry or someone like that, because I think his like hype moment play-by-play is very good. So maybe we could work and I can do the more like light-hearted stuff. Come gets all the girls in London. I don't want all the girls in London. Consider your slice of cake. Sounds good. Coldy. He's been very strong in this game, and he's going to continue that trend. The T side looking like this game is done as Coldy takes down 3. I'm very close to London, to be fair. Seems to I like to cast the most. I really enjoy casting G2. Probably SK. G2 SK would be like a dream game. The thing is though, like, okay, so that's always an argument in a lot of games. For example, I think the best example, like you're talking about, well, I should probably read the comment. How do people who don't play the game comment it great? Because I can look at all the mechanics of the game, the way people play, how, like the things that they are doing, know all the spots, all the weapons, everything that they've done. But I can't aim. Like my reactions are bad. Push gonna be coming out. Spray down already from Demo. Also, if I was very good at the game, then I'd be playing, not casting. Really make much sense. Thank you, RNA. Coldy gonna get another. He's been very good in the second half. 25 and 8. Damn, son. Cold as ice. He's got ice running through his veins. Safe. Looking to try and save this for his team. He's actually going to be able to get one. Could make things interesting, but never mind. Do I warm up before casting? I should, but I don't. Either way, that's going to be map 1 done.